Despite transformation in the country, gender equality remains a constant battle. And one of those battles is being fought on the streets of South Africa. The following story has been produced for eNCA by the youth-run media channel Live SA.
Train stations, taxi ranks, construction sites and street corners should be places where everyone can happily go. But for some women, these areas often mean sexual harassment.
We go to the shop when we have to go buy food, and that 7 minutes to that shop is the most unbearable kind of 7 minutes that you can endure as a person.
But not everyone is offended by this very public form of harassment.
It boosts my confidence, so sometimes I don't mind at all, but in different places and places I don't really know, like dodgy places, I'd rather not, but it still gives you a little bit of a boost.
Taxi drivers openly admit to catcalling in public, and some even think they are providing a moral service.
When I'm calling you out and saying, hey, you're private, I'm doing that so that you know what you are wearing is making me call you out so that you don't wear it again.
Others believe that they'll get some female attention if they catcall. For them, there is little difference between courtship and harassment.
There are
a lot of ways to get girls, but the thing is, when a girl is dressed in a respectable manner, I'm not going to think badly about it. When she's dressed in tight clothing, of course I'm going to try my luck because my eyes have seen what you have to offer.
Not all men believe this kind of harassment is acceptable. Some have even changed their ways.
There is nothing right about this whole scenario of girls being made to be inferior, because I have a sister as well. And if she were to be treated this way, I wouldn't like it at all.
Women are now taking a stand against harassment on the streets.
People don't see it as a problem. You'll hear a lot of men say, but it's just a compliment. It means that women who move through public space start to feel like their body is public property. Then it starts to become sort of an issue of entitlement and power and control.
Public harassment has become so entrenched in everyday life that very few people even know that it's against the law.
There are various provisions in our law that make certain acts, certain behaviors, certain words a crime. The first one is crimen injuria, and that is basically a common law crime where someone unlawfully and intentionally impairs the dignity of another person. That can be through their words or through their actions.
Some young people are taking to social media to tackle this harassment.
I think street harassment should be taken more seriously because it's the root of sexual harassment. Most cases it's also the root of victim blaming. Catcalling someone on the street leads to stalking, leads to potential sexual harassment as well. It's one of the most underreported forms of harassment.
This morning, there was a guy calling us saying, you girls come here, I wanna kiss you. And it's very irritating and you just walk away.
I just try to ignore the guy because you get it sometimes you're walking and then the guy would be like, Sissy, sister, things like that. Just ignore it and keep walking.
It depends on how bad it is, then I will take action and I will say something to the guy like, it's not appropriate.
Anyone would feel disrespected, and I'm not just a piece of meat. I'm a mother of 2 children. I wish to be treated as such.
It's clear that for many South African men, the line between courting and street harassment is blurred. And the concern is very real that this may lead to more abusive and even violent forms of sexual harassment. That's why it's becoming so important to bring an end to this unacceptable practice. Asanda Gucha, Cape Town.